Hello again. This is another video of getting to know me, chat with me while I'm blinking up my hats. So one of these videos that I posted, I was talking about the WynterNoelle project. The WynterNoelle project is something that I am working on. It's going to be a nonprofit. I hate saying business because it's not a business, but it's something. It's an organization that's helping other people. So I've always been thinking about something on the lines of trying to help other people and creating like a nonprofit situation. What really helped put it more thought into it is because my mother was in a nursing home for a little bit. She was in a rehab facility for a little bit. Rehab facility for an injury she had, and was getting physical therapy there. So I was with her every day. I would go to work, and then I would go to the rehab facility when I got off of work and stay for a couple of hours. And then when I had to leave to go home to get ready for work the next day and do it all over again. And then when on weekends come around, I would spend the day with her at the facility. So when she was there, they used to have like little activities for people at the home. And whether it was like one night was bingo night, other one was like a wine tasting thing. These two events nobody showed up for. Like the person who was hosting it didn't show up for. And it was kind of, I started noticing certain people like get disappointed about it. And there are certain situations that you don't realize or recognize until you are either a part of it or witness something. A lot of people, and people may not like what I'm saying, it may be hard to hear. People are placed in these facilities, one, because either of course they're sick and they need extra care that they can't get at home. Whether the partner is deceased or their spouse is deceased, or they have adult children who have their own family and can't, take care of them that they need to, like provide that extra care. There are some people who do not have the funding to have a home health aide at home to help them. All different cases, different reasons, but they're there. And unfortunately, these people, residents, are left there to die by themselves with strangers. How unfortunate it is to have gone through life, raising kids, being a spouse to someone, to get to age 60, 70, 80 years old, to be in a nursing home by yourself without seeing your family. Sometimes, like things are out of people's control. They have their own lives to live. But my concern is that there are people here who has served us or served others, and are now sitting in a nursing home, feeling forgotten. And it's heartbreaking because I would say this one night, and I almost just wanted to turn back around and just stay there. I don't want to cry thinking about it, but one night I was with my mom after work, and I stayed a little bit longer. I stayed till like 11 o'clock that night. And when I left the room, I watched my mom, and she just looked really sad because she was like by herself again. And I really just wanted to turn around, just, hey nurse, can I get a blanket? I'm gonna stay here for the night. because just seeing her just being sad, just in this nursing home room, and for someone who has a freaking visitor like me to feel like that, there are people who do not see their families on a daily basis, not even on a weekly basis, and your family is living in the same city. So the WynterNoelle project, I would like to be a part of a team or create a team who gets involved with nursing homes and rehab facilities for sure. Other other organizations, yes, I do want to help out, but I think my main focus right now is going to be nursing homes, rehab facilities, and grief centers, because a lot of people focus on children a lot, and some focuses on certain senior citizens, like certain groups. But I would like to be a part of something where, whether we raise donations throughout the year to save, or if I just start saving myself, so that by certain times, like around Christmas, Thanksgiving, I can call the facility and say, hey, my name is Ashley. This is the organization I have. It's a nonprofit. I would like to sponsor your facility this year. Do you mind gathering a Christmas list, a wish list of your residents? You can send me an email, whatever. And then I will buy it and wrap the gifts, because I love to wrap gifts. Wrap these gifts, and like maybe a day or two before Christmas Eve, I would like to come to that facility with some friends or a group of us, and we will pass out gifts to everybody in the activity area, and then just spend the day with them, like whether it's like playing games, having mocktails, because they're on medication, so you can't really supply alcohol. Maybe like mocktails, have a good time with them. Spend the day like watching Christmas movies together. I could bake. I love to bake around the holiday season. I could bake and then bring these desserts here, and we can just have a good old time and spend time with each other, because these people aren't getting that family time with anyone. But I could be that person to help, or have a group of people who would want to help them, and just to spend time with them. Grief counsel, like grief centers. That's it. Grief centers. They are, of course, people, when they lose their loved ones, life still has to go on, and there are some people who are struggling with that. So imagine, you're a parent, and you just lost your spouse, and it's right around the holiday season, your first holiday season without your spouse, and you have children. You have to try to get your children in the spirit, or keep them in the spirit, around this joyous occasion, when you're literally hurting on the inside, and they're hurting too, because their parent is no longer there, your spouse is not there. Well, what if somebody was able to bring you gifts for your children and for you without you asking, or deliver a hot meal for you to have for this holiday season, so that you don't got to worry about all that other. That could be one thing off your list to do, one thing off your plate to do. Whether I cook something and you just got to put it in the oven and heat it up to go, or whether we work with some kind of restaurant and we'll buy the food, like a catered meal, and have it delivered to your house the day before Christmas Eve, so that you can just pop it in the oven. It'd be done for you. Something. I want to be able to contact a grief center and just say, hey, again, my name is Ashley. I would like to do this for a family. Can you give me 2 families? Maybe because of privacy information, I can't go to them directly. But what if I bought and delivered this stuff to the grief center and then they picked it up from them? Something, you know what I'm saying? Just something. I just want to help, you know? I feel like that is what it is changing, making a change for people, making an impact on people, because you don't know what people are going through until it happens to you. And I never thought about grief centers before my mom died. And sometimes it's like you go through something to where you can be a blessing to somebody else. And I think certain things is what happened. Like a woman who went through a miscarriage. She started a nonprofit group. I think it's called Mothers Matters or Daughters Matters. I forgot what it was. I met her a few weeks ago at a business seminar I was at. And there are people, like for Mother's Day, how often are mothers who lost a child forgotten about? People try to say, oh, you're not a mother because you don't have kids. Well, I had a miscarriage, so I was a mother. My child just died. Or I am a mother, but I couldn't give my child what I needed, and I decided to give my child to someone who could. So I give my child for adoption. I'm still a mother because I made a sacrifice for I made the best decision for my child, with my child's best interest at heart. Not me personally, but I'm just speaking because people I've talked to, you know, in the past. Also, so the WynterNoelle project. When I was living in Kentucky, there was a rehab facility up the street from me for women who are in rehabilitation, like whether it's from drugs, alcohol abuse, something. My mom, when she passed away, had a lot of like business casual clothes, and I couldn't fit her clothes. And you know, once my family was able to get what they wanted of her things, she had a lot of clothes left over. Well, instead of me taking her clothes to a Goodwill, I took her clothes to this rehab facility up the street, because these women are going back into the real world. So they're going to have to go get a job. They're going to have to interview for jobs, excuse me. They're going to need to have clothes. You can't just wear jeans and t-shirt to any place. So, and then you may not be able to afford to go somewhere and buy clothes. So there's times like where this one lady I spoke with at the business seminar, they're working with grief. I forgot what part of grief they're doing, but it's more so like where they're working with the partners of the spouse who passed away, and like help them to get these things done, like help them plan a funeral, help them do their life insurance stuff, help them just get back on their feet, guiding them through the steps that's needed to get back on their feet. Because if we think about it, there are people who have depended on their spouse to run the household, to pay the bills. So when their partner is gone, they don't know what to do. They don't know what needs to be taken care of first. They don't know how to balance all that, plus trying to plan a funeral, plus trying to navigate life now as a widower or a widow. So there are times where they can't gather themselves to go through their partner's things to, I hate to say get rid of them, but they don't need it anymore. So, you know, I would like to be the person like, here, I'll come in and we'll go through this with you, and I can clean, you know, you clean their closet out for them because they can't do it for themselves. You'll clean out their loved ones' belongings, what they don't want there anymore. It's just all about helping them. So yeah, that's what came from the WynterNoelle project. I used to have 2 puppies. I had Winter was my was one of my dogs I had a long time ago. I couldn't keep her because I had really bad allergies, and I still have really bad allergies to dogs. But one of my uncles, their son passed away, and I gave my Winter to them. And who would have thought that would have made a big impact on them? Because they needed, you know, you just don't know what somebody's going through and how you've been a blessing. I never thought that me giving my puppy, no, Winter, to someone would have made an impact on them because they were going through something. And Noelle came from my first puppy I had. I adopted a dog, a puppy, and her name was Hannah Noelle. And again, because of my allergies, I couldn't do it. But again, somebody else needed a dog and wanted a dog. So I'm like, I have her. She's really sweet. You don't gotta pay for her. Maybe because maybe they didn't have the money to drop 300 or however much for a dog. But you can supply them with a good home. And I couldn't keep her because of my allergies and my asthma. I gave I gave them to their little girl and saved her mom some money. But yeah, so those two, that's the reason why, that's how I came with the name WynterNoelle Project. That is basically it. I want to, I'm trying to navigate to see, like, I'm trying to figure out how to move forward with this and funding and getting the word out. But that was one of the videos that I was trying to, one of the things in my first video I'm trying to clarify on, because I don't think that video was very clear, and because that video was so long, I don't think people really heard it, and I wanted it to be known. So if anybody out there has any suggestions on how to get started with the nonprofit program organization, anybody wants to help me get started, or help direct me to the right person, I would love it. I really would. I would love the help and suggestions. Anybody want to be a part of it? Like, once I get a facility to get started with, if you want to be a part of it, I would love your help. I'm not going to deny or deprive anyone from wanting to be involved with helping with community service. It says to love your neighbor, and we're supposed to be able to do for other people and be a blessing to other people. So I'm not going to stop anybody from wanting to help. So if anybody, again, has any ideas, please speak up. If you have my number, go ahead and text me. You can email me, Ashley, ASHLEY, R as in Robert, D as in David, J as in John, @gmail.com. That's my personal email. So I am all for people sending me suggestions, links, whatever, to help. I'm all for it. I'm getting out of my way. I'm no longer going to allow my fear stop me from doing what I am called to do. So that's about it of this video. We did pretty good. We're less than 20 minutes. And again, I'm just blinging this hat out. We're going to work our way all the way to the front. I'm waiting for some more supplies to come in today, so I can get started. I'll be able to get started on my other hat. The other hat's will be like a little special one. I'm excited about starting that hat. All hats made by me, or anything that made by me, is special because I'm doing it because I like it, and I love it. I love what I do. This relaxes me. So But I feel like this next hat I'm going to do is going to be a special one. It's for some, well, I'm not, everybody I make hats for is special. So I'm not going to say it's for a special person, because anybody who I'm taking the time to do this for, that means that I like you, I love you, and you mean something to me. Because this is time consuming, but again, like I said, I like it. It's a hobby of mine. So, yep, that's pretty much it. I'm just going to be sitting here blinging away and getting some more videos put out as I do this. So, again, I appreciate anybody who's just sat here to listen to me yammer on. And again, if you want to send me an email, please do. It's Ashley, ASHLEY, R as in Robert, D as in David, J as in John, at gmail.com. Okay? I hope you guys have a great day. And, just smile. Be happy. Life goes on. And we're going to make it. Thanks.